I want to become a physical therapist because in my time that I've spent shadowing, I've observed these patients go from a broken and a painful state, and then by their own doing, as well as along with the help of a physical therapist, they've been able to be restored back to their normal function sometimes, and sometimes they're just out of pain a little bit more. But whatever it is, that progression, that optimistic, happy spirit that comes with physical therapy is something that I want to do for the rest of my life. I chose Howard University because it's in Washington, D.C, and I've always wanted to travel to Washington, D.C just for the opportunities that would be there and for the history that's there as well. And I know that as a student at Howard University and the history that university has, that I will totally benefit from it, and I'll become a better physical therapist because I have a better understanding of the history of our nation. So something that I've thought is that physical therapy school is more specific to what I enjoy doing. So just like from high school to college, I decided that I liked more of the science aspect, specifically exercise physiology. And from that, I've deduced that I like physical therapy. So beyond that, this will be a more specific opportunity for me to learn exactly what I like doing and exactly which classes I've enjoyed that have pertained almost directly to physical therapy. So I think it'll be different because it's more specific, and it's definitely something I'm passionate about. So I think it'll be even easier to study and more interesting to learn about. So once I was in a class where a professor had an expectation that he felt to communicate, and because I didn't understand that expectation he had of me as a student, my grade reflected that, and I failed to meet this expectation that he had. So I emailed him and I set up an appointment to meet with him in his office, and I just wanted to resolve this and get back on the same page so that I could continue in the class. And when I was there, I communicated with him in a way that I would want to be communicated with had I done something similar, in a very polite and professional way, that I was able to convey my feelings, my expectations for the class, and he was also able to convey that back to me, and we were able to come to a resolution, and we proceeded for the rest of the semester without a hitch. I handle stress in quite a few ways, whether it's in the community, doing things out and about, or just socializing with friends, but sometimes it's a little bit too much for me, and I need to just be alone, and those are the times that I really focus on self-care. I love bubble baths, and I love movies, and sometimes I love them together, so just things like that when I know that I need to just de-stress and rejuvenate and kind of just be able to take some time for myself and breathe, and then afterward I always feel much better, and I'm definitely more able to handle stress. So I appreciate structure as a student and as an individual, and anytime that there's an expectation communicated of me and I don't meet it, I do believe there should be a consequence. So for example, if I were late to a class, maybe I would be penalized by having a deduction in the points earned for that day, or even 0 points earned for that day, and the same for an assignment, either a deduction in the points available for that assignment or just a signal on the assignment. So 3 attributes I've thought of would be optimism, sensitivity, and persistence. I really like this quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, "That which we persist in doing becomes easier to do, not that the nature of the thing has changed, but that our power to do has increased." And I've seen that manifest in my own life through the classes that I've had or the things that have happened in my personal life. I know that as I persist in doing them, they are hard, but they become easier because my power to do has increased. So because of my persistence, I've seen my skill set increase, and I know that that's something that will absolutely benefit me. Those skills are things that I need as a student in physical therapy school. I know I have the potential to become a successful physical therapist because I can do hard things. I've had lots of hard things happen in my life, and I've been a student, which is a hard thing as well. But those things, and I've also had opportunities to serve in church leadership positions, and just juggling all of those things, getting all those things done with the time and the commitments that I have been able to do that. And so I know that those are similar things that I'm going to need as a physical therapy student, and because of that, I know that I can be a successful physical therapist as well. You should choose me because I'm resilient. I've had hard things happen in my life that I've been able to overcome, and I've been able to pick myself up and just try again and do my best again, and doing it again, but learning from the past experience that was hard for me. And during those times that I picked myself up, I found that I tend to have a spirit of optimism, and I know that that is totally beneficial because there's going to be hard things that happen as a physical therapist as well as a physical therapy student. And I think those two things are going to add to the physical therapy program at Howard University. So you should choose me.